It's a new year and I have a new unboxing video for you. Before we get started though, let me take a quick second because on my last unboxing video, I had a comment and I just wanted to address it in case this is a concern for any of the rest of you as well. I had someone who said, please just get to the merchandise, too much talking. And I want to go ahead and just let you guys know that I have time-stamped most of the videos from the last several months. I try to do all of them. Sometimes they're just not divided in a way that can be time-stamped. But I have time-stamped this one in particular below for you so that you can move through. You can skip the introduction. If that's something you're like, hey, I'm already familiar with that, awesome. Go ahead and go straight to the merchandise if that's what you're looking for. But I know a lot of people are newer to Young Living, or they're new, maybe they're not even Young Living customers yet and they're just checking it out and they want to get an idea of what's going on, what's this all about. And so that's why I do an introduction each time. But go ahead and jump ahead on the timestamp. You don't offend me one bit by doing that. And I totally understand if you just want to get right on to the goods. So before I move any further, let me go ahead and take a quick second to introduce myself. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Amanda Willis. I empower families to wellness authentically through biblically rooted principles. One of my favorite tools you will discover for living a wellness lifestyle that's rooted in biblical principles is Young Living essential oils. They make it so simple because they truly understand stewardship of God's creation, that these are gifts. Essential oils are gifts given to us by the Lord, and we really shouldn't mess with them. So they make sure they're getting the purest possible, as close to the source as possible. And then all the other products that they bring you are going to be free from all the synthetic stuff that your body doesn't know how to assimilate. And so it's really super safe, really super awesome. So let's continue on. I'm going to be unboxing both my order and my husband's order today. We both have accounts with Young Living. And the best way to order, there's so many different ways that you can order. And subscribe to save. You can order just what you want when you want to order it. Retail, you got it. You're good. Full price if you want to pay full price. You have the option to do an order on subscription that gets you any item on subscription, gets you a 24% discount. That unlocks that discount for you. So if you want a bottle of lemon once every 3 months, put it on subscription and you'll get that at your 24% discount. Then if you are looking for loyalty rewards points, which is what I'm going to share with you today, these are our subscription orders, and then we've got loyalty rewards as well. That's when you order consistently at least 50 PV a month. And for being a loyal customer, Living rewards you with loyalty rewards points. And that includes some extra product promotions, which you'll see with the gift with purchase that come at the end. Sorry, we recently changed a bunch of terms. We used to call them product promotions. They're now called gifts with purchase, which is really more of an accurate term for them. So the gifts with purchase, you unlock some more of those when you are a loyalty rewards member. Actually, no, you just unlock those with subscription orders. The loyalty rewards points are what you get in addition for being a consistent loyalty rewards member. Those range from 10 to 25% back. And yeah, let's continue on. If you have more questions about that, feel free to pop them in the comments. I'd be happy to reach out with you about them. And I'm also working on putting some Zoom calls together here soon. So of course, if you have a Young Living friend who recommended this video to you or sent this to you, then reach out to your Young Living friend first. But I would love to be your Young Living friend if you don't have one. And I try to offer my team a whole bunch of extra love and attention to my customers. So you get lots of value from being one of my customers. All right, let's move forward to the goods. Get to the merchandise, as was said last month. I like to break down our orders for you guys in the how to build your order pyramid, because I truly believe this is part of living a wellness lifestyle. Is we really need to make sure we have solid foundations. So that foundation is always going to be your nutritionals, right? That's going to be your first thing, building the body up with nutrition, cleansing, those kind of things. So every single month, unless sometimes I have like overstocked another month, but even still, because we're working on building up stores of all sorts of things in our home, all of our essentials. We want to make sure, the supply chain hasn't been amazing around the United States recently. And so we're trying to make sure that we have backup of all of our favorite things. Ningxia Red would be one of those. This is a 2-pack of Ningxia Red. If you are like, what on earth is Ningxia Red? Be sure you check out my video. I will link it in the description below for you. If you're watching here on YouTube, it will be also linked in a card up top, and you can find out more about Ningxia. But it is a powerhouse supplement, and it's really a food. It's not really a supplement, it's a drink, but it's fantastic. Wolfberry puree, every day goes in our bodies. Okay. Then moving on, still in the nutritional category, this month we have 2 bottles of Inner Defense. I like to recommend that every family have at least 2 unopened bottles. Now I say 2 partly because there's 2 of us right now, and that's good for us. But if you have a larger family, you may want more than 2 bottles on backup, because when you need Inner Defense, you need Inner Defense. We try to take this very actively and proactively, I should say, proactively when we are traveling. So the last 2 months, we just did a whole bunch of travel back and forth across the country, road tripping, and we consumed a lot of Inner Defense, and it has served us well. We have stayed above the wellness line. I know that has not been the case for a lot of this country, but we have managed to stay above the wellness line, and it's one of the pieces of that puzzle. Of course, there are many other things we do, keeping our nutritional foundation, that Ningxia Red every day, eating really well. And so Inner Defense is fantastic. This is an essential oil supplement that contains coconut oil, oregano, thyme, lemongrass, and your thieves blend. So very, very high in antioxidants, wonderful for keeping up your inner defenses. All right, moving along. So we have 2 bottles of that, just replenishing some of the stock that we had. So we've got our open bottle plus those as backup. Then we have Super B. Super B is, friends, I've taken so many B vitamins over the years, and some of you have heard me say this before. I'm sorry if this is on repeat, but it just bears repeating. I have taken so many different brands of supplements over the years, all the nutraceutical brands, all the things. And for a lot of them, I never really felt a difference. Like, I knew I needed to be taking B vitamins, and I just wasn't feeling a difference taking the other brands that I was taking. And when I first started using and living essential oils, I was just in it for the oils. I had no idea that all these other product line items existed. And I kind of thought that probably the rest of the product lines was just because people were distributing and selling, and that's the only reason they used them. And I was going to stick with the things I had found. Well, thankfully, I tried a few of the supplements, and friends, I switched quickly because they're the first supplements where I actually felt a difference. When I take Super B, I notice a significant change in my energy. Now, not everybody's going to notice something right away, depending on where your body's at and all the bioindividuality things. But Super B is methylated B vitamins, which if you need methylated B vitamins. Some of us have a harder time methylating Bs than other people do. And if you're like, what on earth does that mean? It's just breaking them down and assimilating them into a form where your body can use it. Okay, so you've got all of your B complex in here. There's also some zinc and selenium and manganese. Fantastic nutmeg essential oil. The oils infused into Young Living supplements make them more bioavailable. So that's one of the reasons I think I noticed such a difference. And I can actually take fewer Young Living supplements and get the same results as taking a whole lot of other, or even better results often than a whole lot of other supplements. So just like with the products, they're just like with all of their other products, you really they're super concentrated. You're gonna get a good bang for your buck. Okay. So that's Super B. That's our nutritional foundation. Then moving up the building your order pyramid, the next step up is your ditch and switch items. Now, these are things like your household cleaners and your personal care items. And for us this month, it's actually all for me. This month, ditch and switch is all for me. It is the Lavender Mint Clarifying Shampoo. I go through shampoo so much faster than I go through my conditioner. Part of that's because I double wash my hair when I do it, but I really like this newly formulated Lavender Mint. It's one of my favorites, or newly reformulated, I should say. And so I've been using this one, and I restocked because I'm almost out of my other bottle. Then, Savvy Minerals. Friends, if you have not tried Savvy Minerals and you're looking for clean makeup that actually works and stays on your face, doesn't just like drip everywhere and come off and you're not happy with it because you can't get coverage and all the things, Savvy, look at Savvy. I had used some other clean makeups. They were a lot more expensive. It really makes sense. And that's even before you get the I get 25% back in rewards. So you get the discount plus that 25% back, and it just makes sense. So this is Warm number 2 is my shade. If you need an idea of what the shades are like, this is the Warm 2 Mineral Foundation. I also really like the liquid, and I use the liquid sometimes, but I am currently out of that, and I can't remember what shade off the top of my head. I have it written down somewhere, but the liquid is also fantastic if you prefer a liquid coverage. Then, this is my box of art. Not art like painting. Oh, me oh my. Okay, let's see if I can get this open for you. Inside this beautiful box is my favorite skincare. We have several different skincare lines with Young Living depending on your skin. You can experiment with all of them. I've tried 2 of them. I like the Bloom collection all right, but I still go back to the art. It is just my favorite. It's so gentle on the skin, and art stands for age refining technology. Always a good thing, especially when you're getting up there in your 30s and above, or upper 30s. So this is the Art Gentle Cleanser. It's a foaming cleanser. It lasts forever. Again, everything's super concentrated. So you don't need to go pump, pump, pump of your Gentle Cleanser. You just need like a half a pump of the cleanser. And that's enough to cover your face, your neck, and your décolleté usually. So the cleanser is fantastic. It's nice and soft. I like to say it feels like angel kisses on your skin. And then the toner, and of course, these are all essential oil infused. They're free from all the garbage, blah, 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 blah. So you have things like witch hazel in here and some aloe, and I'm just kind of jumping around, you guys. The rowan, sandalwood, frankincense, lavender, melissa, green tea extract, lots of things that are fantastic for the skin in the toner. And then the light moisturizer comes in here as well. This is I'd say it's light, but it's not super duper duper light. It's light enough that if you have oily combination skin, it shouldn't be a problem for you. But also, we live on the Front Range of Colorado, and I find this is enough moisture for me most days. Now, when we move to Wyoming here, hopefully in the next couple months, it might be a little drier. I might need to go a little heavier, but I use this in the morning, and I use my art skincare in the morning, and then I have a different evening routine, but you can totally do the same both times a day if you want to keep it simple. But I love the art line. I guess it would go this way. I love the art line. I highly recommend trying it if you have not yet. And yeah, moving along. The very tip, that's our ditch and switch category. Okay, so now we're moving up that ordering pyramid to the next level, and up at the very top is essential oils, because it is Young Living essential oils after all. Now there are oils, like I said, infused in all of these products with the exception of the mineral makeup. Yeah, the mineral foundation does not have oils in it. Everything else here has oils in it. But I do use the misting spray to apply my mineral makeup, and that has oils in it. But moving along to the essential oil blends today that I ordered, and you'll see, it's funny because people come to our home frequently and they'll be like, whoa, you guys have a lot of oils. And I'm like, yeah, about half of those at least were free because we got them as gifts with purchase, or I was able to redeem points for them. But for the longest time, I've been ordering just a couple oils. Now, sometimes you'll notice some orders are a little heavier than others, but this month, I have Endoflex. Now, Endoflex comes in a vitality version. I actually don't have any vitality oils right over here to show you, but it comes in the white bottle, or the white label bottle as well. It's a 5 milliliter bottle. The vitality oils are labeled as supplement use and for internal usage. The larger 15 ml solid color label like this one is labeled more for topical aromatic use. Now, it is the exact same oil in Endoflex and Endoflex Vitality, but because the bottle labeling is different, legality-wise, I'm supposed to talk about them differently. So, topical aromatic Endoflex is fantastic to apply over your thyroid, over your adrenals. You can diffuse it if you want an uplifting aroma, energizing aroma, and that's a fantastic way to use that one. Put it in a roller bottle if you want. Endoflex Vitality, on the other hand, is fantastic to put inside capsules, to put a drop under your tongue, to really support your endocrine system. So it's a fantastic overall endocrine system support. I'm a what's the better deal kind of person. And so 15 milliliters is cheaper per drop than the 5 milliliters. I live on the edge. They go in my capsules. But if you want to be on the cautious side, know that I'm not telling you to put those in capsules. It comes in a vitality version. Put the vitality version in the capsule and you can use that one topically or aromatically. All right, Mister is the last one. My husband loves to use Mister. He doesn't use Endoflex, instead he uses Mister, and he does apply this topically. He likes to put it on his forearms, and I think he even uses it a little bit as a cologne sometimes during the day. I really like when he wears Shutron, but he really likes the way that he feels energy-wise and manly-wise when he uses Mister. I think that was as compliantly as I can say it. I'm sorry, friends. Sometimes you have to kind of speak cryptically because we're not always allowed to say exactly what we really want to be able to say. But if you look up oils like sage and fennel and lavender and myrtle and yarrow and peppermint, you'll see a lot of them are also in Endoflex. And remember what we talked about Endoflex Vitality being good for? So you've got the sage in here, you've got the myrtle in here. I don't think there's peppermint in here. No, there's spearmint, so a little different. And there's some other oils in Endoflex as well. But Mister for the misters. All right, we have arrived to the gifts with purchase. So that's everything that we ordered. And gift with purchase wise, every order of 100 PV, whether it's a subscription order or it's just your random quick order that you did because you needed an order right then, shop order. Every order at 100 PV. PV is the product value. It is going to be roughly dollar to points for most things. Actually, everything that I ordered, I think, was dollar to points. The art might have been a little bit different because it's discounted. I can't remember off the top of my head, but things like diffusers sometimes are a little off if it's something that Young Living doesn't make in-house. The product value might be a little bit less, or if it's something that's super discounted in the kit, then the product value might be a little less. So you always want to look at product value when you're making sure that you're getting your gift with purchases and not just the dollar amount, okay? Like I said, they're roughly the same thing. For most items, they're going to be the same thing. Okay, they're going to be the same thing. So 100 PV, you have free shipping. Amazing. Like no matter how much your order weighs. That's really awesome. When last month I ordered the Ninja kit and it had 4 bottles of Ninja and a packet of 30 packets and it was like heavy, right? So that's at 100. At 190, I am actually missing a promo. I'm actually missing my gift with purchase. I need to reach out to customer service. The beautiful thing is, if this happens, customer service is fantastic. And friend, if you ever have an issue with customer service, reach out to your Young Living support people because we can always help you. But you should just be able to get on and chat with them and say, hey, I'm missing a gift with purchase. And whether you go on chat or you call, easy peasy, it's fixed. So I'm gonna get that taken care of because the imaginary bottle I'm holding up right now is Eucalyptus radiata. That's what the gift with purchase is at $190 for any order. And that's bigger than a 15 ml. Hey, not too far off. There we go. Okay. Eucalyptus radiata is amazing in chest rubs. It's super like cleansing to the air if you put it in your diffuser. I diffused it a lot when we had a lot of wildfire smoke that was going on. That was an oil that was frequently in our diffuser. It is radiata. Yes, I was thinking through it. Eucalyptus radiata is the eucalyptus that is in the Thieves blend. Okay. Fantastic. It's a great one to have on hand. And a lot of people like to add it to Epsom salt baths as well. Remember, anytime you're using oils in the bath, you always want to make sure that you put your essential oil in the Epsom salts first before you put the Epsom salts in the bath. Don't just drop oil straight into the water. Oil and water will separate, it will sit on top, and that can cause skin irritation. So you don't want to do that. Put it into the Epsom salts first to mix it together. All right, so then also at $190, but for subscription orders only. So any of them that are for any order, you can actually redeem twice. You can do a subscription order and you can do a regular order. Or if you happen to have 2 accounts in your household, like we do, you could technically quadruple up on the gifts with purchase every month, depending on what your orders look like. So there's always strategy in building your orders depending on what the gifts are and what you're looking for. So at $190 subscription this month, you get a 15 milliliter bottle of grapefruit and a 15 milliliter bottle of rosemary. I love using rosemary on my temples and in the diffuser when I'm feeling any sort of brain fog and I really need to think clearly. It's a fantastic one to combine with something like frankincense. And when you really want like a focus blend, rosemary is fantastic for that. Rosemary is also in the Thieves blend, okay? Also very good for your air quality. Then you have grapefruit. Grapefruit essential oil is wonderful. The vitality, rosemary also comes in a vitality, so does the grapefruit. And if I was holding a vitality bottle of grapefruit, I would tell you how amazing grapefruit vitality is for supporting the lymphatic system, especially for supporting the liver, for really supporting cleansing of the body, and maybe even supporting a healthy weight. So grapefruit is fantastic. It is also very uplifting in the diffuser. Citrus oils in general, especially in the winter months, if you're one who struggles with like seasonal SADs, I don't know how to say that compliantly. If the winter gets you down, okay, and it's especially if it's cloudy. We're blessed enough that here on the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains, it's pretty sunny. Even where we're looking to move up to Casper, that's very sunny in that area. So even when it snows, you typically have sun. So it's not as dreary here as it can be like in the Midwest and the Northeast. I know it can get really dreary for some people. So citrus oils are frequently in the diffuser when it's that time for minis. Then at $250, you get a bottle of lime. Lime also comes in a vitality. Again, it's a citrus, so wonderful in the diffuser. Mix it with something like peppermint for something very uplifting and energizing. And in the vitality version, I add lime vitality to my Ningxia Red every single day. So I make what's called a red drink, and that's like 2 to 3-ish ounces of Ningxia mixed with some sulfurzyme powder and 4 drops of lime, some water. And then this month I've also been adding 4 drops of Digest Vitality as well to help my digestive system after lots of traveling stress on it. But wonderful benefits of lime. I wish I could tell you all of them. There's a constituent that I want you to go look up. If you are sciencey and you're like, yeah, but what does she mean? Like, what do these possibly do? Citrus oils are very high in a constituent called D-limonene. Okay, I will put it on the screen right here. D-limonene. D-limonene has a whole lot of benefits. If you go to PubMed, type that in, you will see a whole lot of research, or use Google Scholar or something like that. Find all the studies that have been done with D-limonene, and you'll see why we use citrus oils a whole lot in our household. The final gift with purchase tier this month is at the 300 PV level. That is a 15, one of these is with subscription and one of these is every order. I think every order is cedarwood, and then I think the next part is subscription only. You may need to double check me on that, but cedarwood, 15 mil, I'm so happy to have always more cedarwood. Cedarwood is very, very high in a component called sesquiterpenes. It's not a component, it's a category of constituents. Sesquiterpenes have a whole lot of benefits that I don't think I can say in the same video, unfortunately. Look up sesquiterpenes, especially if you have the book Healing Oils of the Bible by Dr. David Stewart. There's some great information on sesquiterpenes in there, but cedarwood is a fantastic one to really help bring clarity as well, focus. Lots of clarity in focus oils. I mean, you could mix it with rosemary and frankincense if you want. I'd probably put a citrus in there because that would be very grounding. But we love cedarwood at night while we sleep. I diffuse it. It's frequently I'm doing cedarwood and clove and lavender. Recently it's been cedarwood and pine, and then a third oil. Sometimes it's cedarwood, pine, lavender. Sometimes it's cedarwood, pine, gratitude blend. So it just depends on what's near of it. But cedarwood is super great to have on hand. It is one of those that's really, I don't know if there's a vitality, so I don't know if I can talk about it that way or not. But I would rub it on your temples because it's really good to get to this area, think focus, and the organs involved in focus. Okay. Then last but not least, we have this month. Oh friend, I can't get it. The secret box. I'm just kidding. What is in here? I mean, I know what's in here, but can I get it open? There we go. There we go. I've gotten one of these before. They have done this as a gift with purchase, and it's so pretty. Always keep the box, and it's really wonderful to add other gifts in and things. You could even gift this to somebody if you wanted to. But it has this is a seed to seal collection, and whenever they do these, they're typically from the same farm. Let's see, are all of these from one farm? Frequently, these seed to seal collections are. It does not look like this one is all from the same farm, but they do break down a little information about seed to seal in each of the oils here. So the 3 that are included in here, gosh, it just smells amazing opening this box. But look, isn't it beautiful? Like, how pretty is that box? The lavender fields. So there's a 10 milliliter bottle of lavender, a 10 ml of peppermint, and a 10 ml of tea tree. So all fantastic for diffusing for great air quality. Like I said, lavender I love to include. Most people know lavender, very calming, all things calming. Peppermint's typically very uplifting. It's one that's really good to rub on your stomach after you've had a whole lot to eat. It can also be really great on your temples if you're experiencing head tension, or in Epsom salts if you've got muscle tension of any other kind. Tea tree, I feel like tea tree too is one of the most common oils. One of the most common oils, you guys know what to do with tea tree, right? Very cleansing, purifying to all sorts of things. There you have it. That is this month's January unboxing video for our Young Living orders. If you are not yet a Young Living customer and you're like, hey, I want some of that in my home, I will link below for you my referral link that would get you signed up as a customer through my referral link, and then get us connected, and I get to give you one-on-one support from there. If you already have a Young Living friend who's been talking to you thoroughly, please go with that Young Living friend. I love to support you as well, but I'm not about taking you from somebody else. So that's what we have today. If you got the full product max out this month, and you got, and by full product max out I mean the promo, I'm gonna stop saying promo one of these days. For years, that's been what they've been called. The gift with purchase, the 300 tier. Are you going to keep your Seed to Seal collection for yourself, or are you gifting it to somebody? And if you're gifting it to somebody, who are you gifting it to? I would love to know. Part of me really wants to gift this. The other part of me is like, that would really help build up our collection even more. But it's so pretty, I kind of want to gift it. I'm kind of torn in between. What are you going to do with yours? All right, friends, take care. Until next time, cheers.